Good. Happy Sunday. Oh. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm doing good. Like, just been a nice chill Sunday as per usual. So basically, yeah, my average style of weekend. If I'm honest. Yeah. Nothing crazy has happened. And something tells me that's just going to be like, well, my weekends in general, like, yeah. I don't really lead that kind of a life outside of streaming, do I? There's nothing wrong with that, if I'm honest. Like, as long as you're living life the way you want to lead it, does it matter how exciting it is compared to the next person's? No, in my opinion, no I don't. But the only thing about it is that I don't always really have much to yap about. Which kinda sucks a bit, but hey ho. Anyway. That was a odd lag spike. Could just be a bit of a Sunday thing. Or maybe a sign I do need to get myself a new laptop soon. We'll see how it goes next couple of weeks. Such. Anywho. Alright, what are we doing today? We are doing Crossworlds. We're doing some Sonic Cover racing all around the world. They'll let me boot that up. So yeah, you got the Super Monkey Ball Festival going on this weekend. Well, today's technically the last day of it. But obviously I wanted to cover it because I like covering, well, I want to more so cover the ones that either have some interesting history to them, or I have some personal history with them. And this one actually falls into the latter. Like, I'm not kidding. I do actually have a smidge of history with Monkey Ball. Specifically, round about the 7th gen consoles. Whoa. All the ones that were primarily on, well, exclusive to Nintendo systems. That being Touch and Roll for the DS, and Banana Blitz, the original one, for Wii. Yeah, those were 2 Monkey Ball games I've actually played. I can't play Monkey Ball to save my sodding life. Like, you have to remember, Touch and Roll was technically one of the first DS games I had, period. And I played it more for the racing and the golf more than anything. Let's see, it's tap boost at them. How streamlined will look. Okay, it seems to be calming down. From the looks of it? Yeah, it seems to be calming down. Transmission bitrate is all over the sodden place again. Which... yeah. I do always wonder if that's purely because I need a new laptop or something. Anywho. Here's the Monkey of the Hour. And why do I have... oh right, I have a Pac-Man themed one and a just normal one I use. We might as well use his vehicle too, because it's actually a rather good vehicle. Like, but yeah. Oh no, wait. One thing I wanted to quickly show off. I have finally gotten the time trial trophy. Oh, on PS5, I mean. Because, yeah, I just grinded out the last couple of the supersonic speed ones. I also got all the... what was it? Course icon decals. Got that one right away. So technically I only need one more for a platinum, which is the one that's probably going to take me the most time, that being the collecting the horns. Unlike the course decals, which are 200 tickets a pop, these are like 500 tickets a pop. Meaning I calculated on his head and I need 10,000 fucking tickets for it. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. Still don't know what that mystery one is. Anywho, onto the monkey. Anywho, enough monkey business. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, whereas typically with the last couple, I've started the grinding on stream and usually finish it off stream. Here, I've done it the other way around. I've started the grind off stream, typically up to, well, I've only grinded up to like 300 points, because that's usually how many we end up needing after the previous streams, and how much I typically have to grind off stream. So I've grinded it up to that point, and so we can grind the rest on stream. it makes more sense if you think of it from my brain wave.
Roger. Let's go.
As in, I have sort of figured
Nice.
planned this out and just improvising the rest of the way.
Farewell.
Yeah, but it was going to be a lot of racing now. E-Stadium. That was the last time trial I had to do to get the last of time trial trophies. Because with Supersonic Speed, I decided to do the Crossworlds first and then do the non-DLC tracks in reverse order. Oh shit! What one is the Banana Mania trophy? Isn't that the win twice in a row trophy? Title? But yeah, my history of Monkey Ball is what I've outlined a second ago. Like with touching on with DS, which apparently is just a compilation of levels from like other Monkey Ball games. Which, fair enough, the DS and 3DS was subject to a lot of ports. Come to think of it, didn't Banana Blitz actually have a pirate-themed level? Ah, shit. Good now. Popped back too early and I fucked up there. Ha! You fuckers don't know about that, do ya? Ow! I don't think I needed to either. Uh-oh. Son of a biscuit! Bastard knocked me out, but what's it? And now I am lost. Yep, this is definitely a Crossworlds stream. Well, we're off to a fantastic start, aren't we? I always end up with #1 lead keeper, and then I end up getting fucked over right at the end. Oh yeah, it seems like this particular festival has an obsession with eights. Apparently that's cause they decided, hey, but what's the amount should do with Chinese New Year, Matt. Which, it's the year of the horse, so it don't quite work. At the same time, there is a monkey in the Chinese zodiac. To my knowledge, so. Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Oh yeah, yeah. Going back to my history with franchise. Yeah, Touch Roll was, like I said, game that was essentially a compilation of levels from
Let's go.
like previous Monkey Ball games and such. And the usual splatter in the mini games. Only about 6. They were fun though. Like, and honestly, this track reminds me of Halloween. Yeah, it does a bit. And when you have the argy-bargy shit at the beginning of the race, you can see why many, well, why the Ring Thief gadgets exist. Seriously, you get right in the middle of that, you could get a lot of, rings off the gate. Hang it. Yeah, I like this track, I just don't like that bit of a track. That's why I always like having boost items in that part of it, so you can just go across the grass. Ow. Okay. Well, talking about boost items. Me and my weird sense of timing. Like, take yesterday for example. I was feeling that I wasn't gonna gambling crossbow. Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah. You know, I don't think there's ever been a casino level in Monkey Ball. I love how Casino Park looks. Oh yeah, like the casino levels in Sonic games are very pretty looking. Ah shit, I got shoved in the grass. But yeah, I'm with you there, like, they do make casino levels in Sonic games rather pretty. Casino Park, Casino Night Zone, well, you also... Huh. Damn, we got the 2 team first places in a row title squared away all immediately. Alright. That one can be a bit of a buggery one to get. So, did we got that one squared away off early? Casino level... Oh, there was a... Okay. Casino level of Monkey Ball is infamous because Peggy dropped a accidental spoiler review, which got corrected shortly. Oh! I did not know that one. Thank you for telling me that, Angel. Ooh, that's quite a juicy, trivia nugget. Most definitely. Thank you for sharing that one. Wait. Ooh.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that just reminds me of, some stuff about the other Monkey Ball game I've played in my lifetime. The original Banana Blitz on the Wii.
Yes.
It was actually a rather controversial Monkey Ball game. Mostly because it's one that introduced, the jump. And Peggy does drop spoiler-free reviews, by the way. Yeah, because they're the main age rating peoples for here in Europe. That's a lot of character titles. Oh yeah, makes sense that they would have to drop spoiler-free reviews. But sometimes things can slip through the cracks. I mean, that's how you get all, like, the bugs and exploits and that. Which... yeah, now my luck, I do sometimes accidentally come across them. Oh, they spoil an entire solution to a level. Huh. Fair enough. Shoot, I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, Banana Blitz. Oop. Right. Obviously, like I said, it introduced the jump, which is a pretty controversial gameplay feature that because of the fact that people felt like it did just cuts out, well, allowed you to just skip the actual puzzle part of the level. But there are some other interesting things I've noticed. Between it and what I've seen of Banana Blitz HD, its more recent multi-console port. One of which is the music's different. Now, I don't have Banana Blitz HD myself, so I'm just kind of basing this off of gameplay footage I've seen. Love that Crossworld? Yeah, Lost World, like, Hidden World is actually a pretty fun, what's it? Well, fun fact. Hidden World isn't... Oh yeah, Chronos Island is the first, level... well, open zone from Crossworld. No, Frontiers. Anyway, Banana Blitz. Right. You know... Wait. That's a pro... Did you know the Minecraft track is based off of a real seed? Famous speedrun seed, Snap-Nap You. Oh, that's actually kinda cool. Like... And appropriate too, that they would use a track that, well, a seed that was used in a speedrun as a basis for a Minecraft themed racing track. That is kind of brilliantly poetic. Right, Banana Blitz. Yeah. Pretty good C2? I can imagine. Right. Yeah, Banana Blitz. Music is different between the normal HD versions. Also, if I remember, I could be wrong on this. Fair enough. I've never seen a Minecraft movie myself, but it's not something I'm sort of eager to see. I was found very quickly. Also fair enough. God. Yeah. Right. Back to what I was talking about with Banana Blitz. Yeah. I don't think the Banana Blitz HD kept all the minigames from the original. But I think part of that was due to the fact that the original Monkey Ball Banana Blitz had 50 fucking minigames. Yeah. You can tell that it was more your standard Wii minigame compilation rather than a Monkey Ball game without one. The Minecraft movie is funny if you have lots of Minecraft community knowledge. True, I can imagine it being like that. I know one part of the movie, there was like a cave section with a lot of traps. And I know some of those traps were actually designed by Minecraft content creators. Believe it or not. Hell, I think some of them actually straight up had cameos in that film too, to my knowledge. Will more in Japan. Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if it did. Because oh, I just realised the rule set changed on me. Because it's now giving me the bloody rental plate to use. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Well, it doesn't exactly surprise me that it's sort of based on a real mall from Japan. Well, we don't call them malls in the UK. We call them shopping centres. Yeah, sometimes they do just take inspiration from the real world. Well, it is a Sunday, so of course there would be a disconnect somewhere along the way. That gives us an opportunity to change a setup around. Let's see. Yeah, that's just how it is. Trying to think, what setup?
Let us begin.
You know what? Sod it, we're bringing out Zavok. Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one. The Pac-Man track is good. Oh, actually,
Let us begin.
I'm gonna plop him on extreme gear. Go for nice extreme gear setup. Yeah, that should do. Yeah, the Pac-Man track is actually very good. I believe yeah, I think the version of Pac Village they actually use for it is obviously based off of the recent Pac-Man World 2 repack, because I think that's one of our few proper depictions of Pac Village we kind of have.
Hello.
To my knowledge. Like, despite being one of the OGs of video games, I actually know surprisingly little about Pac-Man. Like, I can tell you why he's called Pac-Man, and there's why he's specifically called Pac-Man, and is actually a really funny story behind it. Right? So, the reason why Pac-Man is called Pac-Man is because his original name was going to be... yeah. Halloween track again. Anywho, right. Why Pac-Man is called Pac-Man. So, Pac-Man's original name was going to be Puck-Man. But they changed it because they were worried that people were going to vandalize it and turn the P into an F. So it'd end up with Fuckman instead. And that's why they changed it to Pac-Man. Jet. Wish I had a pellet for that ghost though. Oh yeah, how am I? Yeah, all the random sodding bits of trivia in my brain are coming out of the woodwork today, aren't they? Right. Another bit of trivia about Pac-Man, specifically about the original Pac-Man World trilogy. Like, I don't know about the first one because I know, like, the 4 named ghosts weren't really a thing in the first Pac-Man World game. But in 2 and 3, they actually get Blinky and Clyde's names swapped around. My personal best in the original Pac-Man in Stage 13. Nice. I probably couldn't do that if I'm honest. just because I enjoy video games to the unhealthy degree that I do, doesn't mean I'm particularly good at them. But yeah, in the original Pac-Man World 2 and 3, Blinky and Clyde's names were swapped. Presumably by accident. But luckily, from what it looks like in World 2 repack, they have sort of rectified that, so that Clyde and Blinky have their proper names. And that's about the extent of my the Pac-Man trivia I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. That and who Blinky's voice actor is in Pac-Man 2 repack, but honestly, that particular voice actor is that one particular voice actor that's fucking everywhere at the moment. Which, yeah, I'm happy about. He's like one of my favourite voice actors, period. Let's see. Yeah, I'm out of Pac-Man facts at the moment. Yeah, not a franchise I really dabble into all that much. Okay, so some of the title Dumper Factory's Peak, I gotta admit, it is a good track. But that's not saying much. Like, this game has a lot of really good tracks, period. Though 4 tracks in the Egg Cup, whilst I do like this one, the other 2 are probably 2 of the best tracks in the game, period. Like, I really like the aesthetic of Aqua Forest, and I love the concept of Egg Expo. Like, it A works well as something different for a like Eggman themed track, and B, it makes a lot of sense for an Eggman themed track. Because if there's 2 things to know about, yeah, Dumper Factory is just a car factory. Well, I don't think car factories do quite that level of insanity, but that's basically the Dumper in a nutshell. He is the Sonic universe's premier car enthusiast. He's actually a relatively new character to Dumper. Only being introduced in the last Sonic Racing game, Team Sonic Racing. He's a king of his own empire, which is dedicated to racing. And I don't play Sonic Rumble, but didn't they recently add him to it? I would technically make that his first playable appearance. Ironically, not in a racing game.
I should have done more.
I wouldn't be surprised if they added Dodonpa as a free DLC character later on down the line in this game. Okay, what other facts do I have up me noggin? Oh, nice. I love that one section dumper factory, if you know which I mean. Okay, I can't think of what section you've... Oh, no, wait. I just thought about it. Is it one with the... bigger turns? You know, the section where you see the cars actually go around on little test tracks and that.
Hey guys!
Hello, everyone.
The section with road at the bottom in a wall. With a bottom in a wall. At the bottom in a wall. I just love that section. Fair enough, like... Everyone has sections of particular tracks they... really enjoy. Ooh, this track's a weird one if you want to look at, well, when it comes to its history in Sonic Racing games. Cause... Oh, Sonic Heroes reference? Yep. Cause if you... played any of the serial digital Sonic Racing games, as in any of the racing games that came before, came before Crossworlds, yeah, you should be familiar with this, with the Seaside Hill style tracks at this point, as I've literally been in every single one of the Super Digital trilogy. What did I hit? I looked away for 1 second and got hit by something. Right. The Seaside Hill tracks in Sonic Racing games. So yeah, they've been in all three of the single digital racing games, and they're in this. the original Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Team Sonic Racing had 3. Whilst Transformed only had the 1, but with both Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Team Sonic Racing, tracks kind of come in threes anyway. Like in Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing, you had Seaside Hill, Ocean Palace, and I can't remember what the last one was called. It was one with a giant kite that went underwater. Yeah, so this is the mandatory Seaside Hill track. Yep. Transformed had Ocean View, this particular one shares its name with, and Team Sonic Racing had Ocean View, just without the water section, for drive the boat section, as well as Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace, I believe. But the Seaside Hill in this game bears 0 similarities to the transformed version. Right. And, like, for instance, in this one you go for water section no matter what lap you're on, whereas in Transformed, that was only a thing in the 3rd lap.
Hello. Hello.
Let's see. Yeah. It's sort of one of those, it's one of those tracks that sort of shares sort of general locale aesthetics and name, but not anything else. There's actually another track in this game that bears its name with a location. Shares its name with a level in a Sonic game. Time for banger track? Yep. Yeah. So there's another track in this game that shares its name with a level in a Sonic game, but other than being water related, doesn't look anything like the level. That being Water Palace. Water Palace in this game shares its name with a level from Sonic Crush. Yeah, it's kind of clever that you do enter the maze part from the arcade. Because I believe in, like, Repack 2, that's how you play, like, maze levels and that, via that arcade. Anywho, where was I? Dang it, I blanked. Oh shit. Holy shit, how much hair did I get out of that? Damn. That was actually rather impressive. Well, I'm clipping that for later. Pac-Man Amazing Series? It's also got its oddities. I can definitely list a couple of the oddities in the Pac-Man franchise off the top of my head. And like I said, I've never really played Pac-Man games all too much, if really at all. But I have thought about giving the Pac-Man World remakes a shot at some point. I got rammed into a wall by my own teammate.
I should have done more.
Yeah, some people get a little bit hungry for the stat boosts. And it gets a pretty bloody hectic. Yeah. Yeah, how you follow Pac-Man in the maze section? I gotta love it, it is a nice touch. Especially the fact that Pac-Man does take, well, the giant Pac-Man does take different routes each time. Well, there's not too much variation in routes, but it's still enough to make it interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember where my brain left off at the conversation earlier. Water Palace. Jump back to that real quick. The Pac-Man model is a reference to the movie Pixels? I'm not entirely sure on that one, but it also wouldn't surprise me.
What's up?
But yeah. Right, Water Palace. Going back to that real quick. It shares its name with the level from Sonic Crush, but looks nothing like Sonic Crush. Right? The ruins are in a different style. How you can see the ghosts wandering around the maze? Yeah, like, it's actually pretty cool too. Right, Water Palace. Yeah, shares its name from a level from Sonic Crush, but looks nothing like the level from Sonic Crush. In fact, the level from Sonic Crush, the Water Palace from Sonic Crush, looks more like it could fit into like some ruins just outside a Potos or something. Oh, I know about the chunks of Green Hill with the classic Buzz Bomber and Marbug designs. I think there's also a Crabney's here somewhere. I swore there was a Crabney in the displays as well. Oh yeah. No, I ain't seen a crab meat. Huh. Must have Mandela affected myself on that one. You know, I do want... There are some, like, level themes I would actually like them to try for a, new Sonic game. One, some of the spin-offs do have pretty cool level themes that haven't really been done elsewhere in the series. Like... Rivals 2 have some interesting level themes. You got Frontier Canyon, which is like Wild West themed. You got a Haunted Mansion style level in that game as well. And I think the first Sonic Rivals had like a Roman ruin style, like Rome/Greek ruin style level. Like, I would like them to mess about with those sort of level themes and that. You don't need... You can... How are you even typing like that anyway? Just putting spaces between each letter? Stardust Speedway. Honestly, that would actually make a good Crossworld. Ooh, Spindrift. It's just mobile keyboard fonts. Oh. Huh. Okay. Kind of interesting that they're sort of coming out like that on my end. Definitely peculiar. Maybe it's just specific mobile fonts that do that. Because whenever I,
Come on.
whenever I, use my phone to watch a live stream, it don't actually come out like that. Huh. That's actually very interesting. I also have this. Oh, okay. Is it on mobile keyboards you can sort of choose what font you, use for it? Huh. Interesting. Spindrift time. I use these for valid reasons. You chat control? I'm not gonna lie, like, that font does actually make it harder to read. Like, the algorithm sucks at reading these. It's just some countries, not all. Ah, okay. Okay, could be a case that UK phones don't have that sort of thing then. Well, my only gripe is that it does make it harder to read, though. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention and went off a cliff. Yeah, this probably wasn't the best character vehicle setup for spin drifts for this rule set. This setup tends to work better for, like, when I'm using my... God. The gadget... Oh. Gadget plate that has acceleration vehicle boost on it. Because that can really help it get back up to speed after a knock. Ow. Yeah, this is definitely not the vehicle for this rule set. Out. Oof. 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 That didn't go well at all. Okay, switching my vehicle. I find it interesting that they make one of the team/decal palette. Like, she was quite literally just introduced in the most recent Monkey Ball game. Oh yeah, cool. I at least have a valid reason to use those fonts, right? I do it from time to time, as chat control is a thing here. I've never really heard of chat control too much.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, palette. Yeah, they sort of make her... Oh, she has a decal that we just unlocked, and... She also is one of the teams, which I find interesting considering... Well, like I said, she had literally just been introduced in the last Monkey Ball game, to my knowledge. That's another thing about Banana Blitz I forgot to mention. It introduced two new characters there, that being Doc and Yan Yan. With Yan Yan technically being the first playable character in the series who I don't think is a monkey. Like, I think she's like some sort of raccoon type thing? I know. She might be some weird form of monkey or something like that, but... I play video games. My expert is on fictional creatures, not real life ones. I am partial to a wildlife documentary or two. Shit. UK has the OSABS. Oh, that's why I won't give up on age verification stuff. When it's proof don't work, and literally one with a brain cell can bypass it. True, but that sort of goes more into like politics and shit, which I don't like getting into on stream at all. Because good lord, how knows would. Because, well, that's not the sort of thing I like to talk about on stream. Like, but yeah, it's just kind of a thing now. But yeah, not something to really bring up here, because not the place to. Yeah, true. That Miku's gonna have a bad time going through that rough grass. But yeah, I see what you mean though, on anyone can bypass it. Oh yeah, going back to Banana Rumble real quick. Two other interesting things to know about it. They completely redesigned. Well, they gave the main cast brand new designs. They actually wear clothes now. Like, AiAi actually wears pants now. Well, trousers now. And also, they ditched... Well, I think the jump still is in Banana Rumble, but it's like an unlockable thing. And instead, you have something called a spin dash. Well, unlike Sonic, who sort of rolls forward doing a spin dash, AiAi quite literally spins round and then dashes off in a direction.
Hey guys.
But, yeah.
Let's go.
Then again, that's something I've noticed has been happening quite a lot in recent years. A lot of older franchises, or older and potentially forgotten about franchises, are suddenly seeing massive resurgences. I noticed that, well, it's something I sort of realised earlier in the week, after the PlayStation State of Play. Because there, they announced a brand new Castlevania game. And it sort of made me realise this. Between that and, like, is that Rooftop Run? My Gnomebat's level that is... Oh, aesthetic of Stardust Speedway compared with Studiopolis. Oh, I can imagine you having a lot of fun with that one. But yeah, this is based off of rooftop run and that. This is one of the tracks in this game that's actually from Team Sonic Racing, actually. Believe it or not, Skyworld's also part of that set of 3. Along with a sort of Haunted Mansion style version. Speaking of tracks from Team Sonic Racing, Sand Road, this particular Sand Road inspired track called Sand Road is also from Team Sonic Racing. Both the locale is from the original Sonic Adventure. Let's see. Shit. Ow. Although Crossworlds literally Sega wants to... This... To be fair, I don't think it really is. Like... Plus, it's actually a full track. Sometimes instead of Crossworlds, you just do a lap on a proper main track. Oh, you can always tell when random track is going to take you to a Crossworld if it shows that you're going to have a frenzy. If frenzy's going to be active, if you pick that option, because frenzy are only a thing on Crossworlds. And also with Rooftop Run's so accurate to what it looks like. I've been to Italy. I mean, Spagodia, where Rooftop Run takes place, is sort of based off of those sorts of European countries. Because that's the thing about the locales from Sonic Unleashed. They are sort of inspired by real-world locations. Unfortunately, they never did one of the UK. But I suppose... Yeah. Do we have those kinds of places in the UK? I mean, you do have, like, sort of older cities and towns and that have been around since God knows how long. Yeah, exactly. Skyscraper Scamper is very inspired by, like, American cities and that, like New York. That's the second full team of AiAis I've seen today. Still, at least this game gives them a reason to 6-stack on, well, to have half a lobby be AiAis. I still think there's a Yoshi hive mind running around in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yep. And there's also a crossworld in this game, actually. Yeah, like there's... Yep. Yeah, because you have your sort of traditional parts, but you also got your, like, big cities and that in there as well. Same situation with Japan, actually. They have that mix of traditional stuff and their big cities and that. That just reminds me of the fact that the first 4 Pokemon regions were just based off of different provinces in Japan. Yeah, I actually find Japanese, like, well, folk tales and that actually very interesting and such. The only thing with how I sit sometimes it causes my foot to go fucking numb. There's something funny about having a gun as your mobile keyboard sound. You gotta be careful how loud you have your volume up in public places? Or is it just saying the word gun? I didn't even know you could set keyboard sounds to be custom on phones and that. Though granted... Oh. Yeah, I can imagine that would earn you some concerned looks. Gotta love this track. Fair enough. Let's fucking do this. The only thing with this particular vehicle character setup is I have sod all handling, but I know the tricks to get around that. Yeah, like, I bloody love the haunted museum, night at a museum type thing they do with lap 3. It's really damn creative. But also makes me realise they really like using the ghosts from Sonic Adventure 2 in this game. Like, yep, the Racing Crossworlds. I'd have thought it decided to suddenly desert me. Bollocks. I was gonna say something on the gambling thing that was at the tip of my head, but I've forgotten it now. No, the thought's completely deserted me now. Because I think it was something I learned off of, like, one of Chugga Conroy's videos. I think Casino Park was sort of modelled after casinos in general, not just Las Vegas. But yeah, the thing I was trying to think of was something I remember hearing about in a Chugga Conroy video. Actually, I think it's from his current playthrough, because at the moment he's been playing through Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Which is the Gen 2 Pokemon remakes. It's kind of weird, we're nearly on Gen... It's just Casino and Bars. True, but doesn't mean it was specifically based off of it. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really know bug all about Las Vegas.
Hello.
I don't care about gambling.
Hello.
Never have done, probably never will.
Agreed.
But,
So,
yeah.
farewell.
I think it's just
Farewell.
inspired by the general
Hello.
gambling imagery. Just cranked up to 11. Because it's Eggman. Of course he would crank shit up to 11. For shits and giggles. Well, to be fair, he's probably banned from all the casinos in Casino Park, though. Also, with this track, you can definitely tell that they mainly just used models they had on hand. That's probably why the 06 robots are shown here. Because they still had those models left over from Shadow Generations. In the theme parks before Carnival Night? Oh yeah, I know about Carnival Night, but I was probably like the first real, and he had Eggman Land. Technically Eggman Land was Unleashed, so he had that after Casino Park. That is true. Well, that's a theme, well, specifically a theme park rather than a casino themed. I love the living hell out of the DS version of Sonic Colors. Yeah, yes, that was the classic Wrecking Ball. I mean, of course Eggman was gonna try and squeeze a couple of those in here. And once again, the devs probably had the model for that on hand, just generally. Yep, that was a Death Egg. Oh, there was both Death Egg robots. Both the Generations version and the mass-produced version from Sonic Forces. I actually really like one of the fan names people came up with for the Sonic Forces ones. I think one of the fan names for them were like Death Egg Sentinels. True, it is like a, well, it's a tribute to sort of old Eggbots and Badniks and all that good stuff. But it's also Eggman stroking his own ego. Like, it's one of those things that you look at and you'll go, oh, Eggman would totally actually make one of these. Ooh, let's switch back to tap boost now.
Let's go.
But yeah, it is just Eggman stroking his ego more than anything else. Yep. Yeah, that's one detail I really like about it too, how it displays the ghost jumping score for every player that's gone back through the Pac-Man portal. Actually played Pac-Man at an arcade back in the day. Ah. Fair enough. Like, I can imagine back in the day a lot of dogs even make waka waka sound. Yep. That is one thing to know, like, with the DLC tracks, they definitely have attention to detail. Oh yeah, they really did. They really went all out with it. I also noticed the pack dots become voxel cubes in the maze. That is also true. Probably to sort of fit the sort of arcadiness or something like that. If I had to make an educated guess. Most true. Hmm. Yeah. That's a thing you sort of. If you've sort of done any sort of game development yourself, you tend to pick up on little things. And that. Like, I mentioned whilst racing on this track last time that they, the robots and that are ones that have been used in recent Sonic games, because reusing assets like this saves on time and that. Like, they won't have to go out and make a new Egg Robo model or a new model other badniks, because they already have the models for it, but ones they have been using, so they figured might as well use those. Sometimes I know working with on an RPG that'll be chapter based, with 10 chapters and lots of humour. Fair enough. Like, and there are things there that you have to my train of thought's gone again. Give it a sec to underail. Yeah, with game deving, you sometimes need to think smarter, not harder. Like, work smarter, not harder. Granted, it's a bit easier nowadays because there are so many more tools and that designed to make a game developer's life easier. And yeah, stuff like that. Oh, there's jokes. Has to be the email in a box, which is a mailbox in a dress. Fair enough. Oh, I just fucking got it. Okay, yeah, I will give you that one. That is clever. That is clever. You know what? I'm gonna use Knuckles. I never end up using Knuckles half the time. carrying tag, which is blaming every major bad thing on the horse. So is there just gonna be random horses around the place that the characters are just gonna blame whatever's happening on? Okay then. Well, you could have a, like, an extension of that joke being, they tried to blame a bad thing on a horse, but literally couldn't find a horse. And yeah, random. Wait. Explosion? You even get to fight an explosion graphic as a mini-boss. Huh. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of someone find an explosion graphic as a boss before, as a mini-boss before. Definitely sounds like you're going wild and wacky with it. Keep it up, it sounds like you're having lots of fun with it. Alrighty, back to the racing. God, I hate how many close calls I end up having with monster trucks in this game. Like, some of them I either barely dodge, or I haven't fully monster truckified by the time they get to me. That was not one of those instances. Yeah, I can never tell in those instances where that's comedic timing or the universe just decided to be a dick to me for no apparent reason on that one occasion. Probably both. On chapter 4, which is prison escape, where the enter animation for event is literally an Among Us reference. Eh? Fair enough. Oh shit, I just went straight into that.
Stinks.
Oh, I think that should be the 1000 now. Yep, that is definitely the 1000. yeah, that is all the Festival Wars now. Nice. Yeah. Well, we still have a whiles yet, so I is going to do more racing.
So.
God, Frontiers has an amazing soundtrack. And amazing boss fights too. Ah, son of a biscuit. That's the second time that today I've been barged out of that shortcut. I think we got like third or something?
Well, that stinks.
Well, Knuckles don't seem happy about it. Nope, fourth. Oof, we are clear. My brain has run out of things to talk about.
Sup?
No, seriously, my brain has actually run out of things to talk about.
Let's go. Sounds good.
Looks good.
See you later.
I suppose the only really thing I can really think of, like, that's interesting that's really happened this week is the PlayStation State of Play we had earlier. Like, we had on Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. A lot of the AAA stuff I'm not really too interested in. Bungie showed off yet another trailer for Marathon, but something tells me I probably won't play that one. Like, well, part of it is, as a Destiny player, my trust in Bungie at the moment is tenuous at best. Let's see. You had the announcement of a brand new Castlevania game, which, yeah, I think this is like the first new mainline Castlevania game since Igarashi left Konami over a decade ago now. Yeah, he went off and made the Bloodstained games, which I think the new one of those is actually coming out this year? I don't know. I'm more of a Metroid person than a Castlevania person, if that makes sense. Well, I have been having trouble really getting into Metroid Prime 4. Well, I prefer 2D Metroid than 3D Metroid, I guess. I use that too early. What else? Only other thing I think of is like the Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition.
Well, that stinks.
That literally came out the day after, on the Friday. Which has quite literally every single version of the original Rayman in it. As well as all the sort of additional levels and that for the MS-DOS version. It even included the original prototype. for the first Rayman game. Which, yeah, that's a pretty nice touch. We'll do a couple more races. But, yeah. Actually, no. You know what my favourite setup to run during this is? This one. Miku in a power vehicle with my sort of ring setup. Because that particular gadget plate has dash panel combo bounty on it anyway. Yeah, you have like these rainbow like tiles on that. Where do you get those? Oh, I've just realised. You probably get those from sort of secret tab in the challenges menu. And you probably get that from completing all the other challenges, which in the case of PS5 would also net you the Platinum trophy. Which I have been working towards. Which is weird because I'm not a Platinum trophy hunter. Oh, I did get one in like the tech demo thingy, Astro's Playroom. Let's see. But yeah. As I can think of, like, interesting about the state of play for me. I think it's just in some instances it's gonna be a bit of a slow news month in some instances. But with certain other things, it'll probably be like the 1 month where everyone announces things. But unfortunately most of the stuff like got new trailers or got announced aren't things that I'm massively interested in. Well, that being said, some of the things that interest me at the moment are coming out next month anyway. But I can think of 2 things off the top of my head that are coming out next month that I'm really interested in. Monster Hunter Stories 3, because I love Stories 2. And y'all know I'm a Monster Hunter lover anyway. And an indie game, actually, which, yeah, I wouldn't mind actually trying to, like, maybe stream that one. It's a indie game called Mouse PI for Hire. And it's like a shoot 'em that. By the way, what's your favourite track in this game?
Sup?
Fuck, that's hard.
Greetings.
That's actually really hard for a question to answer, because there were a lot of good ones. Hardcore Forest, I would say, is one of my favourites. Same with Chronos Island. And Wonder Museum. I'd say it's a toss-up between those three. As for the DLC ones, I honestly can't choose between the Minecraft one or the Pac-Man one. The SpongeBob one, I can take it or leave it. I was never that into SpongeBob growing up. Yeah, that's the sort of mindset I kind of have with it. I just like all of them. There are some I like better than others, but I still like all of them. Yeah, like, well, crossover tracks and that always have a bit more flavour to people who know the franchise it's meant to be representing, because then they can see all the like little references and little touches and be like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like, if I ever did like a Monster Hunter track or something for this game for like a Wave 2 of pay DLC, I'd probably say that would be a potential favourite. By the way, I make Mario Kart Wii custom track mods. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, like, people go crazy on that. I've seen some of the stuff people put out in terms of mods for Mario Kart Wii. Custom track I'm working on is called... Oh, you actually put in Colourful More to the, to it. I can imagine that's not going to be the most difficult thing in the world, because I can see how we can quite easily, well, how you can port that or recreate it. Oh, top 4 clean sweep. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, I did it with Dumper Factory too. Oh! Okay, is that what you've been doing with them then? You've just been... porting Sonic Racing Crossworlds tracks into Mario Kart Wii. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. That's actually really cool. Why is Miku's voice bank so beautiful? Yeah... I suppose they would have to make it pleasing to the ear. Otherwise, Miku would have just been a flash in the pan rather than the icon she is today. Yep. I mean, it always is, by the way. Fair enough. Anywho. The funny thing I always find with Mario Kart Wii is, a lot of people absolutely love it.
Let's go.
But
Sounds good.
I'm sort of so-so on Mario Kart Wii. Like, I can see just what it did for Mario Kart as a franchise. And how much it did shake things up a bit. Well, shake things up with the formula. But there are certain parts of Mario Kart Wii I don't like. And one of those is the forced motion controls if you're using a Wii remote. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Like, it introduced the idea that you can have more than 8 characters racing in a kart racer at any one time. Well, Mario Kart 7 went back down to 8, but that's because I don't think the hardware would have been able to handle 12 characters at once. Yeah, Mario Kart is pretty infamous for the meme.
Random track.
Let's see. Another nitpick I do have with Mario Kart Wii, but this one's definitely a nitpick. The lighting and shading they use on everything, it just makes everything look yellow. Oh yeah, that track is quite literally Metal Harbor. You know the funny thing about that course, actually? Like, when it was first shown off, a lot of people thought it was the Afterburner track from Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Because, well, they heard that this game was going to revisit the transforming idea from that game, so yeah. Injury hires literally the drift track of Mario Kart Wii. Kinda? I just see it as more of the city track with vehicles to avoid of Mario Kart Wii. Gonna do a couple more races. Like, yeah, gonna do enough. Echo is the medal of Sonic Racing Crossworlds? Yes and no on that. Like, she's certainly fairly used, but I don't think I wouldn't consider her the meta. Or if she is, I wouldn't consider her the only meta. Like, I would say the meta's more defined by the gadgets rather than the character vehicle combos. Like, level 4 charge, well, level 4 drift boost for gadget that enables that. That's meta. Just cause the invincibility, that the level 4 charge boost from that gadget gives you actual invincibility for like 5 seconds or something like that. And since items can debilitate you quite dramatically, Sand Road and Man I Love Desert levels? See, I'm actually the opposite. Like, I don't actually like desert levels all that much. Because I don't think they always do anything interesting with them half the time. This one I do like, because, yeah, it is actually interesting visually. But, yeah, a lot of desert levels I've played are just that is true. Mirage Saloon is pretty unique. Oh, this is new. This is a frenzy on a normal track. Okay then. That's new. Welcome, but very confusing. That don't usually happen. Two for two on Strange Occurrences this weekend. On stream. I love Green Hill Trunks. Oh yeah, like, East Stadium is a brilliant starting track. Like, it really gives you the sense that, like, Crossworlds is this massive fucking event that the Tompas set up. and he's pulled out all the stops for. I love that.
Nice.
Such beautiful attention to detail. Oh, that's a weird font. That is a weird one. Oh, that gives us on the point threshold exactly. Oh, I think I'm gonna make that the last race for the day because I just wanted to get across that particular point threshold. Yeah. We got all the stuff from this particular festival. All the decals and shit. A horn. Nice. As well as the titles. For getting to the end of the track and getting the 2 win streak. You also get another one for just simply participating, and also the ranking rewards. I never go for the ranking rewards because the competition for that is fucking ridiculous. Like, to get top 10, you would have to be playing from start to end with barely doing anything else. Yep, Wacko Echo is the sound he makes when the impact dots. Yeah. How many dump of tickets am I at now? 1,800. Okay. So my current ticket goal is getting to 10,000. Because I know that's how many I'm going to need to grab the rest of the horns for the platinum. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 horns I need to get. 20 times 500 is 10,000, so yeah. That's why I'm saving up 10,000 tickets. What's the noise? Probably train. Do I have train? That one? It's not that annoying if I'm honest. That one's probably more annoying. I'd definitely say that one's the more annoying one. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna put a pin in the game for today. I believe that one is a meme tune. Probably. Anywho, I'm gonna stop with the game for today. And we're just gonna chat and chill for a bit. Yep. Oh, yeah. We grinding out those walls, then some. Ah. It's always nice to make a fair bit of progress in a game. To be fair, like, both streams this week we've made a fair bit of progress. In both this one and the Warframe stream yesterday. By the way, with that, the main Oberon Prime blueprint is now cooking. So, by the probable Warframe stream next week, we would have... I will has finally an Oberon Prime. And with good timing too, like, Oberon got his rework a fair while ago. And is hella good now. And since I like a nice tanky frame that can do other cool shit, yeah. I'm curious to see what the King of the Fairies has for us. I mean, I already have the Titania Prime, so it makes sense. So it just makes sense to have Oberon Prime too. I think next week is the sort of last hurrah for a Prime Resurgent for the 2025 end of year Prime Resurgence. Because I think they have like a thing where they each day they cycle between, well, for 1 week they cycle between two of the primes or something like that. Each day, sort of like as a last chance to get their relics type thing. So what I might do is try and get a bunch of Stannin, get a bunch of Still Essence. So I can buy as many of the Necros Prime Blueprint relics as I can. Just so I have a chance to get Oberon Prime's mate Necros Prime 2. Because, fun fact, those two before, like, returning primes was a sort of rotating thing, I used to orientate between prime accesses and prime unvoltings, as they used to call them. And one of the prime unvoltings was Oberon Prime paired with Necros Prime. And such. Yeah, I have to see what day that week, in the next week. Actually, I could look up now. Right. Last transportation is now live. Okay. Oh, it was already, the last chance votation was already active. It started on Thursday. Okay. 19. When is that? Okay. So the last chance votation is up until next Thursday. Oh, it's coming Thursday. Okay. Damn, I miscalculated wildly on it. Still able to get Oberon Prime. I just need to score enough relics to be able to get Necros Prime blueprint at some point. Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and Wednesday. That depends if I do decide to stream this Tuesday. Well, coming Tuesday. I didn't stream this Tuesday. For reasons. But I'll probably try to stream this coming Tuesday to sort of make up for that. As for what that would be, not a clue. Like, Saturdays and Sundays I can always think of stuff to do. Like, because one's usually just continuing whatever game we're doing a playthrough of, and the other is just Warframe or some other game we're grinding in. Or if there's a Crossworlds festival, if there's a festival in Crossworlds that I wanted to cover, would cover that instead of the playthrough stream that week. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of Saturday and Sunday next week, probably some more Warframe. And us going back to the Age of Calamity playthrough. I need to do a bit of off-stream grinding for that too. Try to get some weapons sorted out. If I can get like a 70 to 80 base power weapon for Mifa, I should be... Oh, and beef that up a bit. I should maybe be able to beat that one mission. But I've sort of been dreading. You know, one where I have to kill a bunch of Guardians within like a stupid strict time limit. That one. But, hey ho. Let future Cyber worry about that problem. Yeah. Week after would actually be another Crossworlds festival, actually. So I would probably be covering that one too. Especially because it's for two characters that are kind of in the game due to some, well, that are interesting inclusions. One, because it breaks the mold of what they have been doing with 3 characters up to this point. 3 DLC characters up to this point. And B, what they've been doing with the franchise as in a whole mainly in terms of the comics. So yeah, when Tangle Wisp, when that festival drops, there is going to be a lot to talk about with those two, with a lemur and a wolf. Especially with some recent stuff too. Like some very recent stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm going on about. Anywho, yeah, I'm a bit knackered, so I might turn in. Well, I might stop there for the day. So, as always, thank you all for popping in and hanging out with us today. Very, very much appreciated. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday or Monday. Make sure to stay safe, and I will see you next week. Schedule on that will be up on my Twitter or in the YouTube community tab as per usual. Sometime tomorrow. So you can always refer back to it if you forget when a stream will start. But just come in. Well, just pop in whenever you feel like it, really. I always appreciate when you do take some time out of your day to come visit little old me. And yeah. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Alrighty. Good night, everybody. And yeah. Have a good day. Excuse me. Anyway, night night. See you next week, everybody.